For CLRO, we broke out right here at 705, made this move up to 1312, which is a 43% move. And then we pulled back right here, which is within 5% of this original confirmation of the breakout. So that is the full Andrew Nader setup. We got to have at least a pop of 17%, which CLRO did. 17 to 46% is the window. Then we have to have a pullback within 5%, which it did. We got this unfortunate bounce right here where I thought we were going to go make a new high, but we didn't. We started to get rejected. So what I'm watching for here is as long as CLRO does not break above this 1312 level up here, I don't want it to run any higher. And as long as it doesn't fall below the breakout level, which I don't think it's going to do, I'm going to be entering this one going into market open for the Andrew Nader setup with a 10% take profit, 10% stop loss. I would love for it to actually pull back a little bit, back down to around this area so we can get a better entry on it. But either way, even if it doesn't, if it stays within that area between 1320 and down here at 787, I will be taking that one going into market open. PAVS already broke out. So PAVS at this level right here at 545. We break out right here at 615. We make a move up to 1210. Big thing that I already see is, yes, we did make this move. I haven't measured it out yet, but I do see where a 5-minute candle, 2 5-minute candles did close below our breakout level of 869. For the Andrew Nader setup, it must make the move, pull back within 5% of our confirmation candle, but stay above the breakout level. This one did not stay above the breakout level, so either way, that one's going to be a no-go for me. Next up is CELZ. CELZ free flow is 4.7 million, market cap is 3.17. So let's go ahead and measure this one out. The breakout level is right here at 102. That was set all the way back here in after hours yesterday. We get the confirmation of the breakout right here at 745. Make a move up to 137, 26% move. And then it did pull back to within 5% of our level, stayed above our breakout level. Okay, so CELZ is another possible Andrew Nader setup. We made the initial move. We pulled back to within 5% of this candle, and it stayed above 102 thus far. So as long as it doesn't go make a new high by 925, I will also be taking CELZ as an Andrew Nader setup. ENSC, everything looks good with this one except for the free float is a little bit too high at 15.2 million. If it breaks out after market open with at least $1 million in volume, then it would be the quickie setup where we go for a quick 5%. Just because the free float is above 10 million, I can't go for a green light special on that one. So this one is rebounding and bouncing. We'll see if it can get a breakout. If it breaks out before market open, it's going to be a no-go. For the quickie setup, for the 5%er, it's between the hours of 9:30 a.m. to 11. For the newer traders, just so you guys can start to identify some of these setups yourself, I'll go through the breakout pullback, which is the Andrew Nader setup. It's a breakout pullback setup. Let me know if you guys have any questions on it. I know I try to explain it every time because I know sometimes it can get confusing trying to remember all of these. When we get a breakout in pre-market from 7 a.m. all the way up until 9:25, what you're looking for is a strong move to the upside of 17 to 46%. If a stock can do that, it's made a strong move to the upside. And then what I started tracking is at what point would it start to pull back close to this candle? And my rule is it must pull back to within 5% of this candle, right? So that's exactly what this stock has done. It made the pop here. And then right here on this pullback, it pulled back to within 5% of this candle. The way you measure that out is just with your trend line here. You can go trend line or you can go rectangle. Start it at the close of the candle here and then just move it up here. You can see that's 4.79%. Even if it was 5.79%, I would still count it as within 5%. If it says 6%, I won't count it. But if it's like 5.8, 5.9, I still count it just so you guys know. So it did the first two things. The other thing is it just must stay above the breakout level, which this stock has done. And then at that point, going into market open, it just can't make a new high. If it makes a new high going into market open, I'll skip out on it. So that's the Andrew Nader setup. And then for the ENSC, the big thing, the reason why I can't go for like 15% on this one, 10 to 15% is for me to play the green light special, the free float must be below 10 million. When the free float is above 10 million, the consistency of a stock going for 15% drops drastically. So being that this one has a free float of 15.2 million, the only setup I can really play on this one is the quickie setup. And for the quickie setup, what I found, the biggest thing is you're going to buy as soon as the 5-minute candle closes above the breakout level. The biggest thing is you just need dollar volume to be above 1 million. And typically it's pretty clear. It updates pretty quickly as far as the dollar volume indicator down here. That's what I'm using to determine if it has $1 million in volume. But I always want to confirm. So if it's super close, I'm watching that dollar volume indicator all the way until the close. But our last few trades have been very, very clear. Like these stocks were hitting $1 million in volume by the time we were like 2 minutes into the candle. Anyway, CELZ, buy limit order at 112. CLRO, buy limit order at $11 even. All right. So CELZ, what you see on the screen, I have a buy limit order at 112. And then for CLRO, I have a buy limit order at $11 even. I have not got filled on either one yet. CELZ is a lot closer. Going to be using a 10% take profit, 10% stop loss on both of these. I don't have stop loss to take profit turned on yet because we are not in market open as of yet. I just got filled on CLRO. So I'm putting my stop loss down at... If you made it this far in the video, I know you care about your trading. You want to take it to the next level, and I want to challenge you to go down there and apply for one-on-one training with me right now. I've backtested over 3,900 momentum stock breakouts, tracked over 15 different variables, and I have found 5 setups that have averaged around a 65 to 70% win rate. And I want to show 5 more students those exact setups. I want you to trade live with me every single day, and I want you to stop guessing and actually start making decisions based off historical data. You work hard for your money, which means you don't want to gamble it. If you want to gamble your money, go to the casino. You sit down in front of the charts. You want to make good decisions for yourself and for your family, which means you need the historical data. I'll show you my system. These are going to be one-on-one calls. You'll be working with me directly. So if that sounds beneficial to you, go down there, apply for one-on-one training right now, and I can get you live trading with me ASAP as soon as tomorrow. Talk to you soon. Stop loss on CLRO is 987. Take profit is 1217. CLRO stop loss 987. CELZ stop loss at 99 cents. 0.9981 to be exact. CELZ is bouncing. CLRO started off with a nasty wick down. It is bouncing a little bit on the 1 minute time frame. Hopefully it'll continue to do that. CELZ is getting close to take profit, but not quite. Again, take profit is at 124 for me. 124. CLRO just hit take profit. Now we just need CELZ. So CLRO took off like a rocket right there on the rebound. Now if CELZ can go hit take profit, that would be absolutely lovely. That candle hit 123. I'm going to keep everything the same. But CLRO, you guys should have hit take profit on that one. I am out on CLRO. CELZ, I am still in. And I'm out on CELZ. Out on CELZ. Did I just have another alert off? AZI. Okay, so AZI is going for a breakout. We still got 4 minutes left on this current 5 minute candle, so still got a long ways to go here. It is increasing in volume. Last 5 minute candle had 136,000. This 5 minute candle already has over 67,000. I think though, the way it's moving, I think this 5 minute candle might run too far, too fast for us. I'll draw out my 15% rectangle and pull that up. So we would need the 5 minute candle to close within this range. So what this range symbolizes is this is our breakout level of 127. The top of this candle is 15% higher than that. So as soon as this 5 minute candle closes 15% higher above the breakout level, the win rate drops. With that being said, if the 5 minute candle closes above this level up here, it's going to be a no-go. AZI has over $1 million in volume now in this current 5 minute candle. So a lot of volume came through. Yeah, so it's going to be a no-go for sure. If you take a look, this 1 minute candle closed above the rectangle, right? So this candle would have to be green to be a green light special, right? And if it's green, it's going to close above the rectangle, which means I'm not going to be trading this one. ENSC is looking like it's going to go for the breakout here on this 5 minute candle, but we still got 4 minutes left. All right, so I think that was ENSC. Yep, ENSC. Thing just got halted up. Yeah, it got halted up, yeah. Waiting for it to confirm halt, but the limit up price was 84 cents. We just hit 84 cents, yeah. Okay, so I will be taking ENSC on the unhalt. We got unhalted right here at 942. We should get unhalted at 947. So if you take a look right up here, halt at 942. This is always going to be on your quote widget. So what I do is whenever I track these, just so you guys know, I do count this as a candle close, but there's a little section on my Google Sheet where I track everything where I put it was halted. And then since I know I can't get in at the candle close, I track from the next candle open. All right. So the goal, and here's a little little pro tip for you, is when you're waiting for a stock to unhalt, take a look over here at these numbers instead of watching the candles. All right. Because these numbers will always start moving first before you see the candle pop up. All right. So as soon as I see these numbers starting to move, I'm going to be hitting the buy at market button with my group order with a 5% take profit, 15% stop loss. We are going into 9:47. My finger is on the trigger. I'm watching. Remember, there's about a 3 to 4 second delay here on YouTube. So by the time you hear me say, I'm in. Speaking of I'm in, I got filled at 93.15. And I put my take profit at 98.43. And stop loss, I'm going to put it at 78.74. Actually, from the open of that candle, I need to drop my take profit a little bit. I got filled a little bit high. I'm going to put my take profit at 97.12. I got in at 0.9315, which is a little bit high. 7838 is my stop loss. Switch over to the 1 minute time frame. We are starting to bounce on the 1 minute. Come on, go. All right, we're getting close. I'm still in. Come on, go hit it. There we go. All right, I'm out. I'm out on ENSC.